Hey, what's up? And welcome back to some more Farming Simulator 22. There we go. We're going to be on Erlengrot today. I'm not going to change any of this stuff, so we're just going to hit start. We're going to simply finish the contracts we had started, and that's going to be it for this today. So tomorrow, before I can do anything, I have to edit at least next week's. I have to start next week's the new farmer, and I have to finish all of the archives, and it depends on what we do after that. Oh, so when you first load up, the first time that you load up this game during a boot up, which I didn't play this at all since it's been booted up, it actually takes longer to load up. I don't know why. So Thursday and Friday expect at least 2 to 4 hours of Diablo probably, and then probably some more Mud Runner or American Truck Sim or both. Whatever I can do to get content. So I will be playing this at least twice a week though. Hopefully more. And we've got a bunch of stuff I want to make content from, but all right, so we've got some things going right now. I need to check and see. We have got some food, we've got some water, we got some moose, we're good. All right, contracts. If we look, we are not doing the contracts for. We haven't got, or we're not doing the fertilizing contracts right now, which we could, but we're going to be doing the cultivating contracts. So it looks like we're on field 21, and I want to finish that up. I'm thinking we'll just buy. Well, I don't know. We might buy us a cultivator. It really depends. Let's go ahead and jump over here and just start him up. I see. All right. So while he's doing that, oh no. Okay, hold on. So y'all won't be able to hear it, but okay, there we go. It fixed it. Y'all should be able to hear that while it's running, so I don't know why it's stopping that. If we look, I know that there is one somewhere that is a volume. Well, I guess it's not there. It should. Oh, wow. He got way down here quickly. All right, let's go ahead and look really quick. So we still have just these. Now, this says a cultivator, but this is not a cultivator that I know of. So This is the HR 4040. Let's look in here and see if that's in there, because I don't think it is. It might be. No, it's not. So if it is a power horror, all right, well, we're going to see. We're going to see if I can take that. And now, I bought that thinking it was a cultivator because it called it a cultivator, but it's not. So let's look at our shop, power horror, and it takes 160 horsepower. So do we have a tractor that will actually use it? We do not have a tractor that can use it. Oh, man. I guess we need to buy a tractor that actually has 160 horsepower then. A Fent, it won't do us any good. That New Holland right there would do pretty good. It would be a lot more than that. That Massey would work. How about, oh, now that Kloss is decent, but it's 120 before you upgrade it. What's the point of these little tractors that have no horsepower? Yeah, it has no motor. What? What? How does it run? I don't understand that. That one's about the same. I don't understand that. Why do they have no motors? Are the motors just behind them or what? All right. Well, I know none of them are going to work. Let's look at mediums. So that Massey is a 200. That Fent is a 246. I will not go above a medium tractor for this right now. That guy is a 170. I'd like to get a 200 at least. So we could go with that Massey, but it would, I don't know. Now I could do that one because that's a good tractor, and that's the tractor that we've been using on my other account, and that is a really good tractor. Now that's got the thing in the front, which I don't like. I was going to say that's a mod, but apparently it's a legitimate tractor on here. $271, a 300 horsepower, a Massey. That Valtra has 305. The Fast Track is to 235, but I don't necessarily 100% like the Fast Track. The Valtra, I don't necessarily like it, but I think it would be okay. Now, this guy here, the Do It's Far, if we got the 8 series or that 6R, one of the two, I'd be happy with that. I think the 8 series goes up to 287. Now, here's the problem with my Kubota, is that the max is 200 horsepower, but that's my tractor right there. I love that tractor. That is such a good tractor. I think that we might go with the Do It's Far. Go with the Warrior. Main color. We could go with the metallic green, but I think we're going to go with just the black. The rim color, we're going to go with black. We want it to be a blackout. The Michelin looks good, but the Trailborg actually looks really good with that. That looks pretty good with it. Redstein. All right, let's see. I would want wide with wheels, wheel weights. So that would be what I really wanted. Let's go ahead and just change it out to something. Okay, that is a $244,000 tractor. All right. Now, I really, really like this tractor, but I do think that maybe... Oh, wait, excuse me. It's a $259,000 tractor. I do think I actually like the metallic green. So let's back off of that for a minute. We can make this a 300 horsepower for $243,000. That's going to be better. Now, a front loader attachment we could add. We could add that and then have a GPS on it, and it's going to be 263. It's going to be a much better tractor than the other one, I think. So, I think we're going to do the 6R. You know what? We could actually get away with going up to large and go to the 7R. Now, the 7R is going to give us a 388. The 8R is really nice, but it's going to be different. Now, I know that the 7R is kind of like some of the others I've done, but I would like to have this. Do that. I like the EU design a little bit better. So do that. Attachers. So unfortunately, with the 7R, you can have one or the other, but not both. And it would be 300,000. And I don't really have 300,000 to put on it. So go back and maybe just the Michelin I like. like that. We can go ahead and get the front loader attached and just get the quick, and it's $120,000, and that's a tractor that we can definitely use. So 120. Now let's go up here and check on this. And for the good version of it, we can go for a 3-point, and then we could go with Kubota, but I think, well, yeah, that's fine. Okay. GPS. So that would be 196,000. That's a lot of money still too. So, maybe until we get something that's a little bit better, we could just go with that. Now, let's go back for. Hey, Nameless. There we go. Yes. Let's go with the quick. Put a GPS on it. So $120,000, and we've got us a good tractor. Whew, that's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot of money. But I think it will do nice for us. So all right. This is not the same map. This is the other map I was on. When I was playing on PlayStation. Yeah, when I was playing on PlayStation. Okay, let's see. This is this is number 21. Let's see if we finished it. No. So I need to get this going. Okay, contract 21 is done. 21 had nothing leased, so we'll collect on that. We need to do 3 and 9. Now my steering wheel, where I cut the power off to it and stuff, it's not got any kind of power steering anymore, so I'd actually have to reboot to get that back. But, oh well. So yeah, it won't even go back on its own, like to the middle. what you up to today, Miss Nameless? What are you eating? Yeah, I decided to take a break from the years because I was where I don't have access to all of them. I was having a real problem with it. So. It won't. Hold on. I'm trying to get it to work right. Okay, so let's go up here and get our new tractor and get it going. We do have that header trailer that was used. I should not have bought it, but I did. It was the wrong one. Okay. By the way, Dot is in the hospital. Just letting you know. Has some sort of infection. You know what? I am going to need a weight. Yeah, this is the tractor that I had on the other one. Super weird that it's a little bit different. I'm going to try to get my steering wheel to react. Hold on a minute. All right. No, it's the same one that I have on the other one. I don't know what's up with it. My God, it is absolutely pouring down. All right. I'm going to have to save the game and then exit out and come back in. I might end up having to restart my computer I'm just trying to get this thing to work. Actually, I know how to make it work, but I got to unhook everything, so give me a second. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just getting it set back up. It was not turning. It's still not turning. It's locked into position, it feels like. All right, there we go. It's back. I don't know if it's going to grab or not, but at least it turns. No, it's just if you ever cut the power off to it without unhooking it as well, it will do that. It's really weird. It's kind of finicky. All right, let's get back out here. Get him started. And get back over here and pull this home. Oh yeah, there we go. It's working. It's working. It's not as strong as I would like it to be, but it is working. So what we done was I bought the wrong header trailer. I thought that it was something that was on sale, a used one for $6,000, and it turned out this one is the one that's just a little bit too small. You know what? You see that down there on the bottom, Nameless? Maybe that's what it was. There, that red, that's the key. On here, there's actually a thing that you can turn right and left. I was going to do it for radio if I weren't on here, but that can do stuff like that. And on my truck, on Truck Simulator, that I have to turn that to the right and then press the start button, my normal start button, to make my truck start. Alright, I am going to attempt something. I don't think that this will work, but I'm not sure. But this, I had to buy a new tractor because my other tractors were not powerful enough. Yeah, I get you. When I started talking, I realized what you meant. But worker Ellie completed their task. I'm going to have to do a few rows of that. All right, let's... Yeah, she must have went and got lunch or something. It's 1600, so I don't know what was up with her, but anyway, this header trailer I'm going to put over here. We may end up buying another something else that will work with it, but there's the header that we got. Hey CG, that header is as big as this trailer. Look at that. It's actually longer than this trailer, and I did have it on there, so it will work, but you just can't turn with it. So let's go pick up that power horror. tired, but good. Tired, but good. How about y'all's? I am hoping that this will work. So I don't know how long it will take for us to finish these fields, but alright, I'm gonna go to field 3 and see if I can do it. Shoot, what did I run over back there? Oh, there's something in that field. I gotta go around it. I feel like I'm not zoomed in enough or something. Not this one. Check feet. Actually, thank you, because I had my feet turned backwards. Had them turned backwards. So I think that this can actually seed stuff as well, and I don't have any seed. It has to be turned on to do the stuff. And I don't know that this is going to work or not, so I'm driving through the field. Oh no! I told you it doesn't do that. It depends on where you're at. All right, so this is field 3. Let's go down and look and see if it works. Oh my God, it's working. You're kidding. It actually works. You can use a power harrower. If I had another tractor, I'd do it, but it does. It allows me to cultivate with it. Hell yeah. Most of them you can't do. If you have a plow with a smoother roller on it, and you plow a field for a job, a contract, it won't give you progress. I gotta go fiddle with my air conditioner. Hold on a minute. Hey, Miss Tabby, I accidentally read that wrong. Miss Tabby, thank you very much. I had my foot on its side. All right, sorry. This thing is in front of me and I don't always see it right. So let's make sure. Yep, it's working. That one is pretty close. So trick or treat. Woo! Let me see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll just stick our hand down in there, but trick or treat. Starmint. As far as I know, I do have one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I love them things. Hold on, I gotta tell my mama I'm live. Oh, she here? Never mind. Whew. How are you doing today, Miss Tabby? Hello, 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 everyone. That's why I love those Starmint. They will open your sinuses up. Doing pretty good. This is going to be one of those jobs that takes forever because this is a very small one. It's not as small as the other cultivators that I could be using. I think I could have just... Now, I think I got this for $14,000. The reason I got it, I don't remember. It was a really cheap one. Auto width. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do it properly, but what I want to do, it might be Control A or something like that. Alright, so what we would do is go it on. Alright, I have to check it out. Give me a second to check it. It's down in here. Control E. I think that's about right. That's not right. It's got to be Alt E then. It's Alt E. There we go. Now we go back in here and we look at this. There is, I think it's page, Alt page up or Alt page down. All right, there we go. And let's go, I guess. I think this is right. I don't know for sure. All right, at the end of the row, it should. At the end of the row, it should do something. Hold on. Let me figure it out. We're going to do it for 2. Headland mode. Stop. Offset reversal. Oh, we don't need. Snap to terrain angle. All right. There we go. Let's turn. I'm just trying to get the hang of this down. If I'm not mistaken, I can go ahead and turn that off to where it won't show. Now, like, I can get right here. I can hit that. And there we go. So now what we do is we go in here and we can turn off the lines. And you don't see it. I love that. There's so many nameless, and I keep adding different mods and stuff. All right, He should stop at the headland himself. I think what I'm going to do while I'm getting that ready, I'm going to... There we go. All right, let's do that. And now I need to go over to the other one. And I'm going to probably just bring him over here. I know. Create job. What we want to do is field work, and we want to do it right here. Start job. Job in the field. All right, nice. All right. Now it works. Oh, awesome. For some reason, he wouldn't start. Yeah. Yeah, this is what GPS does. So I can turn it off and turn. See, it's not wide enough. I don't know why it's slightly not wide enough. You gotta actually be in the field for it to take effect. Yeah. Let's go in here and see if I can figure out how to make it a little bit wider. Why is this doing this? All right. let me see. I think that I think it's Alt R for auto width. Yeah. All right. All right, while he is... I'm going to do one more row, and then I'm going to get the other guy started. See, what I actually want to use it for, not really this, but mainly for getting... the angle in right, and if I have it on, I align it myself just so I can see where the edge of my stuff is. But I mean, I like how it works. It's a nice little feature, but it's a little bit off. As you can tell, it's a little bit off. So we're actually going to turn it off. And I'm going to switch over to this other guy and get him going. Now, I don't know what's up with that. I've not had a problem with this ever going to the right. So I have no clue what's up with that. What I'm going to do is go around and do some edge rowing, turn rowing, and basically give them whatever room they might need. So start right here, go up here. Tunic. I don't know if it's on, I don't know what it's on. So if you were going to tell somebody about it, they might have to have a PS5. I don't know. You might want to look it up. It was a free game. I do believe that it's on Epic as well. I'm not sure though. I may actually have it on Epic as well. This is me driving without GPS. I'm a little wobbly. Oh, Nameless, I figured out how to make them follow beside of them so that they don't have to have I don't have to drive every single time beside of them. I finally figured out how to do it. It does take a mod. So people on console, I'm sorry, you won't be able to do it. You'll have to manually drive, unfortunately. For people on console, I would recommend do not take any red beet or carrot jobs. Unless the carrot machine has If the carrot machine has the basket on it, then that's fine. But if it doesn't, if it's the one that does not have the basket, do not take that thing. You have to drive beside of it. You will hate the game. What I'm doing is I'm going to do 2 rows here so that he doesn't have to go close to this to turn around. Otherwise, once he gets down where I'm behind me there, he will stop and he won't do it. So I might need to do 3 rows because this is a kind of a small cultivator. Is it the movie, is it the movie Evolution or one of the American Pies where Sean William Scott he's out there where the football coach is, and everything the football coach says, he repeats. So not Sean William Scott, but the assistant coach or whatever, he repeats everything. If the guy said cultivation, he would say, yeah, cultivation. It's hilarious. I can't remember what movie it is. It might be Evolution. Well, the reason I say that is because in one of them, Stifler is he's like an assistant coach for one of the teams. I think it might be American Wedding, but I think that is Evolution. Evolution is great. That's the one I'm always quoting. Kaka, kaka, tucky, tucky. I hope y'all never need ice cream for the reason that they did. That gentleman should finish this. This tractor it does not look like my other tractor on my other account. I guess it is, but and looking back at that movie, that was when Ethan Suplee was still a really big dude, and now he's not big in that way. He's like the frickin' Hulk. I'm like, oh my God, what did he do? I wish I could find a way to lose that kind of weight and get fit like that without it hurting me. I would exercise my ass off if it didn't hurt me so damn bad. Bad knees and damn intestinal spasms will ruin your day. Go ahead and align myself after we finish these 2 fields. I'm going to look at a few things on here, and probably change the day. But I want to run over to the North Carolina map for just a minute, not to play it, but to. Did that say he stopped? Oh, he's going. I want to run over to the North Carolina map for just a minute to see where we're at, so I'll know what we need to actually do on it next time. And we'll probably go back there next time. This is a weird one. It doesn't matter if it's on, it just matters if it's lifted or not. Come on. So now the other machines, if they're on, they are fine to they don't slow you down. If they're well, okay, if they are not lifted but you cut them off, they don't slow you down. This one, if it's not lifted, it does you in. I didn't want to just go and buy an over-the-top tractor that could just do everything and be done with it. I wanted something that's a little bit more powerful, and then when I find something on sale that will do even better, then we'll go with that. Oh, I can't because it's not that it's a tree there. It's that that's the end of the map. If you ever want to know if your whatever you're pulling is down or turned on, if you direct your attention to the top left and you see the icon, if I turn it off, it turns white. If I turn it on, it turns blue. If I lift it, it actually lifts up on the icon up there, and then it'll lift down. So, and now if I go to the other one, I can put it down, I can put it up. So it just depends on what you have selected and all. But that's a quick reference if you need one. Somebody asked me how I know that it is on and all, and that's how. Because I don't always turn around and look. I think I'm going to have to put a really large dead zone on this joystick. The other day, up until the other day, it was not loose going to the right side, but only to the left side. But now it's kind of wiggly either way. I'm going to have to make sure I get that thing fixed right. I'm going to cut this off so that he can do this. If y'all happen to see that he is done, please let me know. In fact, I need to make sure of it now. He's not, he is moving. So what I'm doing is squaring. We're going to grab this stubble row right here and keep it straight. I'm just going to put the rows on the outside of my tire and go with it that way, I think. If you play these games like this, Farming Simulator, American Truck Simulator, Mud Runner, Snow Runner, Expeditions, 100% you should look into getting the app called Touch Portal. If y'all need help building a page with all the stuff, I may even put some up for download. It's an amazing asset in these games. If you got a tablet or a phone, either one, you can use it and just punch what you want it to do and it'll do it. You just got to get your Touch Portal set up. I know there's the thing called Sim Dashboard, but for me this is much better. I'm going to have the AI do this, and I'm going to go over here and check on this. That's a nice tractor. I didn't like the treaded tractors, but that one is not bad. I'm going to say 2 more rows after this one, maybe just 1. It should be done fairly soon. 98%. But you see, because I went down all the way, he actually did get that. When you're doing this on this field and you don't go all the way down, they won't get it. Field 3 is done. Let's collect. And let's head off to this. Now, I don't know how, but I'm reaching max ranks of discounts on this. I don't know if I set it up wrong or what. I don't know. I might have actually done that many jobs on here. I think that we hit 1990 or 89 on through the years so far. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'm going to set the lines to on. Simply because I want Hey, Henry. All right. I've got to get it set up to where I'm on the right way. The corn harvesters, you got to buy a harvester and a corn header. So that's all I wanted, was to get them set up to where they were going about the right place. I am ever so slightly off, I think, but hold on, let me grab this one thing and I will. He should be able to finish it at this point. I need to get out of his way, though. Henry, what hours do you have for Thursday and Friday? I'm gonna just no, on Thursday I'm planning to do Diablo for at least 2 to 4 hours. Let me look at this really quick. I want to see how I push it over. Realign, Alt Home. Shift track left, Alt page down. Let's see if this works. Okay, I'll try to be on earlier then. Once I get him started, we'll get going. I just want to line up with it. All right. You have to have a harvester. This is your cheapest harvester right here. You might be able to find a cheaper one as a mod. I don't know, since you're on PlayStation, I'm not sure. But this is going to be your cheapest one. It depends on where you start it, and how you start it. But on Elm Creek, if you use the right start, you get this one for free. What you want to do is find if you have one of these, whichever one you got, you want to go to combination, and then you want to go over here to where it says corn. So if it's this one, you would go to combination, and you want to find the one that looks like something like that. Looks like little rockets coming off the front of it. that's wild. That can actually take the Capello things. Huh. You also are going to want to have a trailer. So if you've got, say you've got that right there. All right, just say just go to this and go to corn header and pick the one that was compatible with yours, and it will show you whatever trailer it is that would be for yours. So that would be the actual trailer for mine on my other one. Is that the one for yours, or do you have a harvester already? Read me the number that's on your harvester, and I'll make sure that which one it is right. So to know what you got, all right, get a trailer and take a tractor and take your yeah, he's going over the edge a lot. You want to go to wherever your store is, and you want to, well, you'll actually have to have your harvester. So instead of a tractor, you'll need to have the harvester. Go to the store, and you want to go up. There's going to be a square looking part on it, and on the front of your harvester is a square looking part, and you want to match those up and press, I'll say Q. I don't know what it is on PlayStation. It'll tell you if you look up here where it says controls, it'll tell you what to press. Oops. Okay, so it's to do it so far. It would be that one right there, the Diamat 8 Capello. So you would want that, and then what you want to do is find the Capello Diamat 8 in here, right there, and hit combination. And it does not show the trailer for it. So let's see. It looks about the same size as that John Deere. So that the Nardi N20T will probably be compatible with it. So we're going to go down here. N20T. Nope, that's for, well, now I'll tell you that worked on mine, but I don't know that you would want to attempt that. So I would go try that one there, the Nardi N20T. 20T. That's probably going to fit it. Otherwise, you're just going to have it on the front. I don't know if they fold up. I know the forage harvester folds up, but I don't think that these do, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really an expert at harvesters or anything, so. All right, we are actually 88% done. I like that GPS mod. It is really nice to keep you in your lanes. And I did get it set up right this time. The only thing is it's not working on the end like it's supposed to. I don't know why. This just makes it easier. I do like GPS though. Okay, so I don't know. It's a little odd. Once I get done with this time, I'm gonna let him finish the rest. We should actually be done when we both get down to the ends. Probably gonna pop up at any time. Yep, it's done. Collect. Vehicle removed. All right, let's take this guy home. Then we're going to go to the North Carolina map for just a minute, and then we're going to drive a truck for a little while. I don't think I've been on very long. Hour and a half and done what I wanted to. I would fertilize, but I really don't feel like running the fertilizer. Now, the GPS mod, the main reason I got it was so that I would know how far my fertilizer would throw out on my other maps, but unfortunately it doesn't work with some of the other mods that I have on that one. I think it's just that through the years they disable it because I mean it's not that old, so man, my new tractor done got dirty, y'all. Woo, doggies. If anybody does want me to play another Through the Years series, and you want to find the names of the official mods, not the official mods, but the mods that are on that list that will work with it, and like at least a new vehicle or tractor for each year or something, not necessarily a new tractor each year, but something new each year to where like I might have a decent plow or something like that. If anybody knows anything about those items, it's just that I don't know about those items, what exactly I would be looking for and stuff like that. So if anybody has experience with that already, there is a curated list on the GitHub for it And that's what I'm talking about going through. But I don't exactly know what to look at with it. Man, that darn thing needs to be John Deere green. Since my red tractors won't pull it, it don't deserve to be red. That upset me. I really want it to have... Really want it to have my other tractor to use that, but oh well. So this is the only tractor I'm going to buy that is not, like for right now, that's not on here. And if you look, we got another one that we could get, but it's actually 70% off. So I was right. That thing is 7,000. I think mine was actually 8,000. And then if you get it new, it's about 20 or something like that. I tell you, the HUD mod for the power wash is so great. I absolutely love that. Go on down here and grab some gas. All right, we got to figure out where to park this guy. This was supposed to be reserved for tractors, so I'm thinking maybe we can put the front loader or the telehandler somewhere else and put this one in one of these. Let's put the front loader. I unfortunately do not have a front loader attachment for this. I could use the bucket, or I could use something like that, but I don't really have anything else I can use for this. Since I'm probably going to have another tractor at some point, I'm going to put the telehandler there, and I'm just going to put this little guy right here. And as you can see, this was a used item as well. So let's pop that on there. Let's put the telehandler over here. This was another used item, but I think we fixed this one up. And I've got forks on this one. So this one can be used for picking up stuff over there. I figured I'd use this for pallets and for baling. So I want to get one of the pallet forks and one of the pallet grabs. All right, so with the header, You got to go to the vehicle dealer. What map are you on? Do you know the name of it? Oh, yeah. Woo! New main tractor, baby. Look at the wheels on that thing, too. Man, that thing looks like a dragster. Woo! Boom, 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 boom! Ha ha! Y'all know how a tractor, or not a tractor, but a dragster goes. Excuse me, you might want to hold your ears back. A dragster goes. Boom, 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 boom! Woo! That's a rush. I love funny cars and rail cars. Top fuel dragsters, rail cars, whatever you want to call them. Only bad thing about it is if you go, you're going to see a wreck and see somebody get hurt most of the time. I don't know if they do it a lot now, but back when I used to go all the time, they did. All right, well, this map is caught up. We're going to go ahead and just sleep, I think, for... we'll sleep till 7. Good morning. It was a rainy night, y'all. Goodness graciousness. We don't have anything making us money here. All right, saving content. We do still have these jobs. I might end up buying me a limer. Henry, if you can tell me which map you're on, I'll show you where to get it, man. Shouldn't have taken that off. It might have been that map. It would be probably Elm Creek, Hot Bellinor, or Arlengrot. Elm Creek, okay. I will show you where it's at on Elm Creek then. I'm going to pull up a map, and I want you to tell me the number of where you're located at. Do you have a farm on Elm Creek? Man, I done got hungry again. What in the world is up with that? I was absolutely just stuffed before I come up here. Is it the starter farm, or is it something that you bought? And by the way, Henry, you need to go into your settings and adjust all of your settings on both settings tabs for how you want to play. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't play how you want to play. If you want to play it on the easiest way possible or the hardest way possible, that's what you want to do, and you do it. All right. On Elm Creek, are you located right here where it says 1 on the map? Yes, you are. Okay. So, Henry, you see this little area right here, and then you see this area. This building right here is where you purchase stuff. So your stuff that you purchase will be in this parking lot right here. So let me jump in a tractor or something. Oh my gosh, look at them all. Yep, you know what? I don't know. That other one, is that a 7810? The other one I was in? I guess it is. As far as this map goes, y'all, I don't think we have anything to do right now. I'm just going to have to advance through the winter. All right, Henry, from your farm, go out. Like, that's where your stuff is, right there. I took out that barn that sits there and the house and changed them. So that red barn where you've got your tractor in front of, that's where all of my tractors are. Okay, so come out of this driveway, turn right, and this thing is lagging. Take off up the road here. I don't know why it's lagging like that. Get up the road here. There's going to be these two signs. Go on and turn in right here if you want. And then, boom. Your stuff will be sitting in this parking lot. Like, I've got that, that right there sitting here. That plow sitting here. I need to take that to the house. So this is your Cleaver Motors. That is where it's at. Again, on your map, it's right here. And if you click on it, it says Vehicle Shop. You can hit Tag Place, and it's going to put that big green thing up in the air, and you'll be able to see it and go get it. I'm going to go pick up my thingy there. I think what messes me up on Farming Simulator about driving a little bit is that I have a 1% dead zone on my steering wheel, and I don't think it will let me go down to 0 for the steering wheel itself. And that's why, hey Pandora, that's why it won't steer 100% properly, I think. This is Pandora, right? Yep, this is Pandora. Alright, let's drive the big boy. Let's drive the 8R. Now, I'll tell y'all, he's not the biggest boy, but I'll tell y'all now, the this tractor, if you get hit with this tractor, you will end up having all kinds of problems. You will get flipped over, all kind of mess. I miss playing this map. We're gonna have to come back here. You see this part right here on your map? Go into your map, and it's that icon that's flashing. All right, watch the road here, man. You're gonna get up here. You're gonna see this thing here that looks like a jukebox. It says bread. And then you see a little road right there. You skip the road, although it goes into the parking lot. The best way to get in here, you'll see these two billboards. turn left at these billboards into the CM. This is another Cleaver Motors building. So turn into the CM building and then come across here to the Cleaver Motors building. And where that green thing is at, that's where it's at. Holy mess, we need to fix that thing up. I must have got it used and didn't think about it or something, or somebody run over it. Good gosh. We'll spend a little money on that. Do y'all want to play lottery? The way we're going to do the lottery is it's a scratch off. And you have a number and a winning number. And when we scratch off, and it's going to look like something else, but when you scratch off, it's going to pop up and say if it's a winner or it's not a winner. But for each one that we do, we're going to spend $10 on it. So if y'all want to do the lottery, let me know. Did you not take your harvester? I think you got to take your harvester down there to get it, man. I'm going to take this over here. Number one, we're going to jump out. We're going to grab this. I didn't realize that this guy was dirty. Man, that 8R is a beautiful machine on the outside, at least. All right. We don't have anything to do with that right now. This can be repaired for $631 and actually serviced, so it won't damage as much. If we look, we have nothing that we can put on it, so it's good to go. This can be repaired for $1. I don't know that we have... Yeah, it's got GPS. All right. My yard here is not looking the best anymore. We've got that plow. I might move that one. I don't know. We've got... Now, I've got to tell y'all, I've discovered that mulchers can eat bushes without tearing up the floor as well. So I can mulch and not have to paint over it. But it does take quite a bit to get that to work. Where do I want to park this thing? We got this plow here. I think we could put this plow right here. Oh, shit. We could put this plow right here. And this one right here. I can get rid of that tree and have more room. I wish there was a button to center. Center your wheels. Boom, baby. How y'all like that backing job? Now, there is something on this farm I'd like to buy again, and that is I would love to buy that large trailer again for the logging. If y'all don't have an 8R, it's a weird machine to get used to, but buy one, get used to it. It's a great machine. Hey there, Pandora. All right. So let's purchase. Crap, I don't have it. Never mind. It's not in here, is it? No. All right, I don't have it on here, so I can't do it. Just let me see something really quick. This is my pallet trailer. Hey man, how you doing? I'm talking to the NPCs, by the way. This is my pallet trailer. I found out something interesting. Some of the B structures can fix this. I don't know why, but they will fix that and stuff like this. It will flatten it. And I don't know exactly why it will, but that's something we might have to look into. All right, that's our wagon. This is, yeah. So, is this on? No, it's not on. Okay. All right, let me look really quick. First off, let's look at this and make sure that we have no contracts. We don't. So let's go here. I'm going to untag that. Let's go here to our second place. We're going to jump out. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the wheel loaders, this one here, the $45,000 one, is huge compared to the $40,000 one. So if y'all are looking for something, now it says they have the same horsepower, but if you're looking for a big boy, this is an articulating big boy. The other one is like a kid's toy. So, all right, we have this now, and I want to buy the other log trailer again. I know what I'm doing with it a little bit more now, and I would really like to have it. It's going to come in very handy. This is our truck, though, our Mack truck. And then this is our... It's a trailer. I know I can climb it. I've climbed it before. It's a trailer that a big boy pulls, but it's just a dump trailer. It's honestly, if I remember correctly, it's not as big. It doesn't hold as much as that trailer back at the other place. And then this is my secondary wood chipper. This thing has tons, 369,000 liters of wood chips. And so what I'm doing here is I'm going through all of these properties that I own, and I'm getting rid of, I'm cutting down the trees like over here. I'm going to mow this grass, bale it all up. I'm going to mulch these down, bale all the grass up. And I don't know if it's ready to be cut now or not, but once it's all baled up, we're going to take that and sell it. And then we're going to take all of the, all of this land, and we're going to flatten it the most that we can, so it does not go up a hill here. It'll be a lot more flat. And we're going to put another tiny headquarters in right here. Right here where this little road is at, this walkway. We're going to put a little headquarters here. And it'll just be a place I can come and park at and get to work over here. And then all of these rolling hills that we have are going to be flattened out, and we're going to plant spruce or pine. And at that point, we're going to probably buy a lumber mill and place it somewhere around here, and probably our own, besides the lumber mill, the facilities to create wood products. It has to be stuff I can sell. So I think I have cut anywhere on right now, and that's why it would let me do that. I don't want to do that on this map. I had to do that on the North Carolina map because of some glitches, though. So, but anyway, that is the plan for this land right here. I do own a lot of these fields, so I got to keep check on them. Canola, and then this is not mine. 8 and 9 are both mine, and I believe I've got canola on both of them. And what we're gonna do, I'll tell y'all, if you are cutting wheat or canola, wheat or canola, I think sorghum as well might do it. I don't know if it's sorghum or one of the others. Barley, maybe one of the two. You can't do a bale out of, so you can't swath it. But with that being said, we have another set of property. Like, this is our property, and we want this. It's 605,000, so I'm going to have to do some jobs for Josiah to be able to get that. This one right here we own, and I'm going to log this entire property, and then I've got all of these trees. I'm going to log these as well, but I've got all of these fields that I have either planted something or missed the opportunity to plant something in. So what I'm going to do is those fields that I could not plant, you know what? I have a field right there I've not seen. What? I didn't realize I had a field there. What is that? Is that corn? Oh no. You know what? We need to go check that. I bought it for the land for the trees. I did not realize that we had anything there though that we couldn't get to, that I didn't see. I mean, man, get out of my way. Who do you think you are running up on me like that? Yeah, I didn't know I had this field. I don't remember. I remember buying the property, but man, that stinks. I need to get up there. Let's pull off and look at her. Well, let's just pull our mini map up. It's a field that doesn't have a number. We'll pull off here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to even get to it. Let's go back and go up that way to get to it, maybe. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I really shouldn't try to do this with this truck, but you can't see crap in this truck. I may sell this truck and buy me a decent truck you can actually see in. So this gives us something to do on this map today that I didn't know we had. Hopefully it's something I can go on and use, or I can get if it's, because it's November still. So I think that we should potentially be okay. I'm not sure though. All right, we're way up here. I don't know that I've ever come this way before, so this is a part of the map I don't remember. How in the heck are we supposed to get to this? Is this on my land? Yeah. This is something I own that I hadn't ever seen before. How did I buy this land and not realize it, y'all? This is a nice place I can actually put a barn, maybe? Build some roads around here. Oh no, our corn is bad. No, it's not. It's ready for harvest. Oh yes, it's ready for harvest. All right. Oh man. I think to get here, we're going to have to go up by this and make our way back down here. But looking at this, it's interesting to see that you own land that you don't even know about. And we've got a tower there. I swear I don't remember buying this. Nice place for a barn, though. It's a corn maze. Y'all remember last year I done the corn maze on House Flipper? I hate to tear it down. I figured that would be something out here. That's why this is a not considered a field. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go into build mode. I don't know what the purpose of this is. We're standing right there. So we were I hate to take it down. That is so cool. All right, well, we're gonna just run through the corn to get back out. I guess I'm gonna have to take it down and all of that. And what is this? It is a corn maze. It's a field that I own, and I didn't know I owned it. I got me a toolbox. Woo! I got me some hiccups. Yeah, I bought some land. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I got hiccups. I can't get rid of them. I never can get. Hold on a second. Farming simulator. Anyway, I bought the lands so I could log. Oh my gosh. There's all these fields here, but there's nothing in them. We could plant trees. I don't know. It had a collectible in it. That's all I know is it had a collectible in it. That's probably the purpose. My aunt is dizzy today. When she went to get up this morning, she moved really quick. She assumes that that's what done it, like she set up too quick, and she has been dizzy all day because of it. So at any time, I might have to go downstairs. I'm going to load up the harvester. We're going to cut down the corn maze and sell the signs, I guess. Whoa, whoa. The heck? There's nothing beside of me. It's like I hit something in the road. All right, do y'all want me to drive some trucks, or do you want me to harvest that? I want to drive some trucks today too, but I think we'll have to see when we can do it. Now, this is my corn harvester right here. It should be fine, but I need a tractor that will pull stuff as well. Let's look here. Yeah, that's my corn header. That can't do corn, so. We need to go get some gas first. I didn't realize that I had not got gas in this. So we just need something for pulling a trailer. We need something that's small enough to fit under the pipe. I guess the 8R will do just fine. I usually fill up in the mornings. This one I just apparently didn't realize I hadn't filled up on. I'm purposely not doing maintenance so I can potentially have a breakdown I have to fix, but no. You know what's weird is you don't see pedestrians on this map. Erlengrot has pedestrians, and I think that... I don't know about Hot Bellinor, but I know that Erlengrot has pedestrians. Yeah, my mirrors are no good on this one. I need to set them or something. It's really hard to set mirrors on this. Nameless, do you want to play the lottery? And how many times, like, this one's got a nice town. So does Erlengrot. And, well, all three of them have nice towns. But they have rural parts, too. Erlengrot has a southern part that's really rural. Like, really just undeveloped farmland. And then it's just a ton of other stuff that, just bunched together for the town, and then it's stuff kind of spread out on the outskirts. But I'd say this one and Erlengrot have the most bunched together. Now the town in Hot Balinor, you got to be careful with. It will throw you for a loop. If y'all have watched episode 1 of The New Farmer, you'll know what I'm talking about. Y'all like my content here? Make sure you go watch my videos over there. Just do it. Don't ask no questions. Just do it. Show some love. All right. So anybody here up to the first 10 people to give a number 1 through 10. If you get the number of the first lottery, then you will win a free redemption. All right, so, and you cannot, like Henry got 5, nobody else can take 5. That's Henry's number. For each time that we play the lottery, I have to spend $10. So, let's go with this guy. $235. That might be a decent tractor to actually do that with. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take the JCB to do it. I've never used it to pull the trailer before. All right, 5 and 2. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's fine. All right, so I'm gonna let the bees do their thing. All right, once I spin, no more. So All right, I'm gonna do a lottery of okay, we're gonna do 10 spins. Save that. We're gonna do 10 spins. I spent $100. So here we go. Lottery number 1. All right. So the winning number is 9, and my number was 4. Lottery number 2. Scratch off ticket number 2. Not a winner. That was number 1. Nobody else won there. Number 2, I'm not a winner, but Nameless just won $1 million, which for your $1 million in the game, you get a free redemption. That's number 3. 4. Oops, that's number 5. It's 9 is the winning number, and 4 was the thing. Come on, land on 5. Not a winner. That's number 5, I think. Number 6. So number 7. Darn. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. I won! All right. I won. Yes. We get an extra $1 million. All right. I need to look at how much money I have. 135,942. 1. Three, 2, 5. All right, so to do it, we're just going to go in to here and add. We're going to do it this way instead of the Power Tools way. So we won $1 million. All right. There we go. Since I won and y'all both participated, I'm going to give both of you a free redemption. And so that means, Nameless, you get 2 because you done that. I landed on 2 one time at least. All right, so we won. I paid for 10 tickets and we won on the last ticket. How about that? Do y'all like that method of a lottery to where it has to pick the 2 numbers at the same time? I developed that earlier today. I don't know if y'all liked that or not. We're going to get this guy started up here. I want to get out of this damn house and go and do something exciting, go somewhere, do something different. Live a little bit. Can I turn on a straw swath with this? No, I can't. I didn't think I could. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck? I have no clue how I done that. He should be bringing that up here, but I don't know if he will or not. I might have to go get it myself. So that means that we can purchase a machine if we want. Anytime that somebody else wants to play the lottery and see if they can win a free redemption, I can set that up. Is that something y'all would be interested in? I went ahead. I don't know, Nameless. Find somebody else to go. I've started on all three, and I always go back and set my economy to easy. I change my options. I always make sure I change my options to how I like to play. That's what I was telling you. You have a system or a game-wide option settings and a per save option settings, just so you know. Whoa! And then if you're on PC and you get mods for it, you can have settings, but I don't think that you can get any of those mods on console. You can't get any mods that have scripts on console, they said. Something about that PlayStation and Microsoft won't allow them. Something like that. So I don't know. But hey, the game without mods is great. I just wouldn't do red beats ever again. Damn, this is a nice driving tractor, even with this big old thing back here. I didn't expect this to be able to pull it that good, because the even the Kubota struggles with it a little bit. I'm gonna go in the other room for a minute and get me a pair of shoes and come back in here and see if that helps. I had got a pair of shoes, but unfortunately I remembered why I stopped wearing them. They cut into my little toe really bad. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Sorry. I picked up a different pair and then I seen these. Henry, I can show you my settings if you want. Oh, that's so much better already. The way that my foot is there, it causes my foot to cramp up and my leg to hurt really bad. I said I'll show you my settings to make it easier and to make it more enjoyable for me anyway. I'm going to go the opposite direction here this time and see if there's a way to get across that without having to go across a bridge. All right, we slowed down. I didn't realize it was a stop sign until too late, and I'm still... These shoes are kind of... They're a little bit big, so... I wonder if wearing socks would help, but... I'd like to have something kind of hard on the bottom of my feet to do this. Shit, there's a bridge here too. Damn it. It's what I didn't want to happen. So there's two bridges. Alright, I'm going to park him here for a minute. And we're going to go in here. Alright, Henry. These are my settings. So if you go to the tractor that's got the cog wheel on it, the cog wheel with the tractor, that is your individual save settings. I would recommend setting your auto save to at least like every 10 to 15 minutes. The reason being that, if there's a reason to turn this off as well, if you're going into build mode, turn it off, save the game before you start, and then you can reload your save to get, if you mess up the ground or something. But otherwise, you are going to probably want to have this on about 15 minutes. I have my time scale set to real time. The economy difficulty I set to easy. It's fine. You can turn your traffic on or off. If they're being annoying, then turn it off. Seasonal growth, I have to yes. Depending on the map, I go between 2 days and 4 days. I think I have 3 days on one of them, 4 days on here, and then 2 days on the North Carolina map. The fixed visual month, that's just a thing for this the HUD, so I turned that off. And then the snow. Yeah, you can turn traffic on and off. If you're having trouble with the traffic running into you and stuff, or they're blocking you, you can turn it off. And if you have a traffic jam, they made a whole mod for this, but all you got to do if there's a traffic jam, all you got to do is go in here to the game settings, switch that off, and switch it back on, and it will take care of it. But I have snow on. I have crop destruction off, and then everything below that in the crops and growth settings or section I have on. So weeds, lime required, field stone, plowing required. I have all of that on, but crop destruction off. Vehicle control, I have dirt on slow. It's up to you what you do. I like to press a button to start my engine. And since I have a wheel, I don't use the stop and go. Now, stop and go is good if you're using an excavator or something. Trailer fuel limit, I have off. Fuel usage, I put on low. And then for your AI workers, it depends on if you want them to like spend a lot of money or if you want them to just use what you purchase. So fuel, I would set that to own seeds or to buy. Seeds I would set to buy. AI worker refill fertilizer, slurry, and manure I would set to off. Now, like slurry and manure, you don't have a place to buy those sometimes, so it's not going to do anything with them anyway. But fertilizer, on some maps, if you have that to own, it will just like drain your bank account immediately. I had it drain $200,000 out of my bank account on the Eastern North Carolina map without warning. So, then from there, go down to just the cogwheel, and this says general settings. I have the help window. Now on console, you'll have to come in here to do it. You want to have that on until you know what the buttons do. I don't need colorblind mode. The interactive zone markers you want on. Info trigger, you can turn off or on if you want to use them as tutorials. The field info you want on. For us, you want to set the units to dollar, miles, Fahrenheit, and acres. Radio is up to you, whatever you want to do. The camera, I have it to reset. I have tested this quite a bit, and I much prefer it resetting my vehicle camera. The dynamic vehicle camera, it's okay. And you can just mess with it a little bit if you want. The invert Y, that's up to you. I would leave it off. The indoor camera suspension, I believe, is turned off. But I like it on unless you're using a mod that turns your view as you turn. You have to have this off for that. So if you're using mods that for the way that you're looking at something, then you want to turn that one off. I have easy arm controls on. My camera sensitivity and vehicle arm sensitivity is at 100. Now the steering back speed is set at 50%. On the controller, it will automatically go back when you let go of it, which is great. But if you ever are playing on keyboard, it will not. For you, if you're playing on controller, set direction change to automatic. Gear shift mode you want on automatic. And then the speedometer you want to set to vehicle speed. Switch to trains. You can turn on if you want. I have the wood harvester auto cutting on. The input help mode, just set that to auto and it will do what it needs. Now, I'll show you this here. Your GUI volume, I would not set above 20% because it gets really loud. The environment and vehicles can get extremely loud as well. So I have them on the vehicle on 80 and the environment on 70. And then everything else is a mod. So I hope that helps. And I can show you again later after I've finished this if I need to. All right, I'll make a video tonight, okay? I'll try. I'm gonna park him over here in this field. This is not my field, but it's a pretty plowed field. I need to buy this field. Do you want me to just take screenshots of it and show it to you or send it to you? Because I can do that, no problem. If you're using a little harvester, all right, if you're using a little harvester like this guy here, you can't use a big tractor and trailer. This trailer's about pushing it. So you make sure that you don't use like a super large trailer or tractor. You can't get them under the pipe. So are you enjoying the game? Once you learn how to play it, I mean, stick with it. And once you learn how to play it, you'll absolutely love it, man. I didn't think I would enjoy it this much. I liked the other game that everybody else hates for farming. And I liked it until I played this. And I still like it. I mean, it's something I have a good time on. But it's not something that I would want to go back to after this, really. The animal system in that other game that I have been playing is absolutely horrendous. So why are we cutting down the corn maze? Well, it's November. It's November 3rd. It's after October, so Halloween is gone. We don't have to have a corn maze anymore. Yeah. Yeah, you just need to go into build mode. Look at your controller configuration. It's going to be... Damn it, stop moving. Your controller configuration is this right here. You go, I think you're going to press start, or it's whichever one takes you to the one with the map on it. And you want to go down to this one that looks like this, like 3 keys, the WASD keys, or the arrow keys there is what that's supposed to be. Go down to that and it'll say something like gamepad controls or something. And it'll say build mode. So on the DualSense controller, it says 5 and 9. I don't know what 5 and 9 are. But you probably hold in L2 and press another button. Henry, if you want a steering wheel or something like that, just let me know, and I will try to help you find the best deal that you can get on. I like the G29 from Logitech. I really like that, plus a joystick, and the G29 is a PlayStation wheel. I also like the shifter with it so that I can do other stuff. But if you don't want the shifter, just use the brake pedal set up to reverse. I mean, it's up to you how you want to play, but having the shoe on, oh my god, it's so much better. I'm just going to drive straight and then cut off whatever it is that is on the side. I'll just do that part and then just drive up and down straight. I'm thinking for the first time ever that we're going to do Costume Quest 1 and 2 this year for trick-or-treating in it. We're going to do, and we're not going to finish those games. I have already got series of those video series and everything, and I like certain parts, but at the end, I don't like what's like the ending of them. How it goes through and all. I like the trick-or-treating part, so that's what we're going to play. And also, we're going to play Murdered Soul Suspect. I don't know what else we're going to do. I don't really want to do a Souls-like game. I just really don't. So, I was planning to do Dark Souls 2, but I'm just not in the mood for that at all right now, and I doubt that I will be later. Unless they give us Alan Wake 2 for free, I'm not going to be playing it. But there is a Ghostbusters game. We've done it once. I might do it again. I don't know. I might have a video series of it, and if I do, then I probably won't, but I don't know. Now, we also do have Darksiders 2, and I would like to finish that, but the reason I didn't was it made me sick to play it. So, I'm still debating on what we're going to do, but I am going to do a House Flipper build to where I'm probably going to try to do one where I make a corn maze again or something. I don't know exactly. We'll decorate one of the houses or the properties on House Flipper, and maybe something on, potentially something on House Flipper 2. I don't know if they will have a Halloween DLC or not. There is a new Call of the Wild scope pack coming out, and with that they are also updating apparently the Redquist Pro. From the way it reads, I don't know if it's getting updated to the Fox Pro, or they're adding a second one called a Fox Pro to it, but it says that it's getting a huge upgrade to the Fox Pro electronic collar. So I don't know exactly if that, like I said, if that means that it's going to be something that is a new one that goes alongside the Red Quest, or if they're going to actually change the Red Quest into the Fox Pro. Now, I don't think I can actually plant anything right now, but I'm going to take all of this corn and sell it and make a little more money. I do need to still go to the North Carolina map and get some stuff going. Y'all let me know when it's about 6:40, 6:45 or so. My aunt has a call that she's got to take. She does a video call with my cousin every Tuesday, so we gotta, I'll have to jump off of here long enough, or just accept that it's going to be doing that, so, or dropping. I'd like to probably go grab some food at that time or something anyway. This is not a bad little harvester. And I'm happy to be back on this map for a while. Even just a few minutes. I really enjoy this map, so. I like them all, but the French map. There's Elm Creek in the base game. There's Elm Creek, Halt Balinor, and Erlingrot. If you buy the Platinum Edition or the Platinum DLC for it, you get another one, and then if you have the Premium DLC, then you get Silver Run Forest, which I have not tried out yet. But you can go on Mod Hub, on the actual in-game Mod Hub thing, Henry, and you can get all kind of maps. You can get all kind of other vehicles and stuff. If something doesn't seem to work right, just disable it when you go into your save. So yeah, you can get a lot of different maps, man. And there's some really nice mod maps. The yield on this corn is horrible. The outer edge had a nice yield, a decent yield, but the inner parts, the yield is just absolutely horrendous. I've got the same amount, just a little bit more than when I actually emptied it, so. And also, Henry, I know that there is a joystick for PlayStation that will work on this game, but I don't know what they said it was. I did see that somebody was recommending it, though, if you were on console or on the PlayStation. And if you want to play multiplayer, especially with somebody that's on PC, make sure you put the filter on that says cross-play only when you're looking at mods. I might, me and you can make a map and just us play it if we have only cross-play stuff on it. But you hear me now, man, you work for me. Oh. We're almost done. It would be funny if they had a mash warehouse where you could take this and sell it to make moonshine. All right, that is harvested. Let's go ahead and put our pipe out. Just wearing shoes, these shoes, has made it so much easier. There's all of our corn. All right. Give me just a second, y'all. I gotta check on my aunt and make sure she's all right. Mama, if you're here, has Janice told you about how she was feeling? How she got real dizzy this morning? Get out of here, dear. I don't want to run you over. Oh, dear. I do that too sometimes, but to me that's saying that her blood pressure might have shot up, so we might need to make her keep a check on that. You know, I don't think she's checked her blood pressure in a really long time, because she got to where it was really good and she ain't checked it, so I guess my mama's not listening. she said her machine don't work anymore. I'll have to go get my machine and take it down to her. I've got 2, and mine runs out of batteries so fast I can't do anything with it most of the time. Do I own this property right here too? I think I might. No, I don't. Okay. What I wanted to do was put a bridge across those. I wish you could add flowing water in yourself here too. What was weird about her, being dizzy, and this is something I don't understand, but I had to help her get up off the couch and help her make it into the bathroom. And I told her, I said, I left my phone upstairs. I'm going to go up there and grab it, and I'll be right back. I said, you stay there. Do not stand up or move before I get back. I was up here literally 20 seconds. Once I got up here, I walked in, I grabbed my phone, I walked right back out. I get downstairs, and she's standing at the door just fine. Oh, I'm fine now. And I'm like, really? But when she gets home, she says, oh, I'm dizzy. Do this for me. Do that for me. Do this for me. I've been trying to tell you. She claims that she's dizzy. She said that her blood pressure thing is broken. You know she ain't gonna do that. I'm going to, Mama. You don't have to tell me. What is it about a woman always got to tell a guy what to do? Like they're too damn stupid to know what to do themselves. Done started it. What the heck is up with that? It looks like it's not been harvested. What the? Subtle tillage. I don't know. That is weird, man. I might have to go up here and actually plow that under. I don't know. Needs plowing. There's two ways. Number one, you can go into your map and go press the button for farmland if it has it there, and then you just put your cursor over the plot. Now, one plot might contain many fields, so 59, although that's only one field, 58 has 4 fields. I don't think they make strategy books much anymore, unfortunately. That would be pretty cool. But the other way is go into your store menu, go down to those 3 lines, and go to farmland, and go into it there, and it'll take you to that. So, all right, let's see where to take the corn. I currently have $592,000 in wood chips, and it's going to be $742,000. Corn. Apparently doesn't have a place to sell it. Okay, wait, there we go. Corn. The highest is going to be July and January. We're currently in November, so we are way down here. I'm not going to put it in storage, so but it will double in price. Wow. Goldcrest Valley, which we can't use, unfortunately, and then Feed and Grain South. So we're going to have to tag that one. And we need to take this there. All right, we're going to we are going to go ahead and jump onto the North Carolina map in a minute and check it out and see if there's, just see what there is to do and what I might need to do. This map, I need to get busy on cutting down some trees on my lands. That's the main thing I need to do. So I can't control it. It got to going so fast I could not control it. It was on that downhill. Feed and Grain South. It's a beautiful fall day. I think that I am over too far. I think that's the problem. I couldn't hit the brake pedal. It's these shoes, though. They're a little bit wide, so... I remember why I stopped wearing these shoes now. They make my feet sweat really bad, and it's just really hard to it's kind of hard to stay around me when I wear them, because the bottom of my feet feel really slick when I'm in these or wearing these shoes. It's like they get slick and dirty feeling. I don't know why. But they do. They feel slick and dirty feeling, and then I take them off, and whew, oh my God. What in the world? I forgot where Feeding Grain South is, so I'm gonna have to check it out. Okay, I know where it's at. I probably won't have a whole lot for it, but we'll try. I have fun doing it. That's all that matters. It's up under my toes, like under your toes and the ball of your foot, where it feels so like almost slimy feeling because of these shoes. Let me see where my tip side is on this. Guess I don't have one. Guess it's the back. All right, let's overload that corn there. That was $3,000 worth of corn that we wouldn't have, $3,500 worth of corn that we wouldn't have got if I hadn't have seen that today. Let's go put some gas in it. I need to make sure I don't have any other fields with stuff in them, but I'm not going to bother with trying to fix that field for anything else right now. I'll probably use it and some of the other stuff for trees or something. I don't know. I quite like this JCB. It handles better than the John Deere. All right. There we go. So let's look and see what's going on here. We've got no contracts. I know we got honey, but I'm not going to worry about the honey. Not right now. I'll get it in the morning when we do that. As far as I know, we're not getting any kind of output on these, so that's something that will just happen when it happens. But that's still up in the air. Hold on. There we go. All right. Well, let's look at our farmland really quick and make sure we don't have any others that we don't know about. I know about them. That one, and those two. I know about those two. I've done all of my stuff with those. So yeah, we're good. We're good on those. All right. I'm going to go to the North Carolina map right quick and just check something. And then we will, we're going to be ending this game and pulling up our other game here for just a few minutes, probably a few hours. Probably do about 2 or 3 deliveries and be good to go. I don't know if I saved it or not, so we're going to do it again. And like I said, I'm not trying to do much on this save. I just want to jump on it and look at something. I can't believe we actually won the lottery. Y'all have not done your free redemptions. It froze at 85%. So I didn't sleep good last night. The reason I'm so tired today, I did not sleep good at all. I had a really kind of a hard time last night. Oh no. Did Buck die? He was a ghost. Did Buck die? There he is. Buck. Buck. There you go. 42-year-old dog, y'all. All right. We want to look at farmland here. I want to see something. So I own this simply because I bought the biogas plant. I did not think about this, but I can put up another subsidy here. Let's go here. I had to put up this, or I had to do this because I had to buy this because it would not work otherwise. All right, we're going to put up the municipal. Land is not owned by me. Yeah, it is. How is it not owned by me? All right. I don't understand that, how it's not land by me or owned by me, but there we go. All right. We've got everything going on right here that we need to. So what I'm thinking, this is the plan right now. This is not working for me. This is going to become a tree staging area, part of our lumber yard over here. What we're going to do is take those. We're going to buy another piece of property somewhere. We're going to buy that piece of property as well, and another piece of property, and we're going to go through and somewhere out here, we will put a bee farm. Over here along this, since there's water here too, we might put us a little cabin here. I'm not sure how we're going to go about it. But then also, like that right there's got to go. Got to go. Can't be in the middle of the road, so... we are working with those rights here. We're going to log all of this, though. And we got to try to get the machinery to do it. So that'll be great when we can finally get that machinery that we need. We've got those there. We've got 2 things there full. That's fine. We do have a delivery to make, but I'm not going to do it right now. Let's go on and save this and get out of here. I know what I want to do, but okay. If y'all are watching the archive later, this is going to be the end of Farming Simulator 22 today. So thank y'all for watching.